Favourite 2, Darty, just ahead of Comic Hero Racing. Missing the start again is Go Grommet, just dawdled out of the machine. The first to jump is Cherry Bay, so the outsider will lead them from BERBERE. Then came Go Grommet, who's accelerated quickly after being tardy away. Crystalist is up running fourth. Comic Hero, Lucky Sue back there, and snag back to last of all is 2, Darty. So as they head by the 550 and Cherry Bay open them up now, Johnston Porter gave it its head, stroke clear, more than 2 clear from Go Grommet, racing on the inside of BERBERE. A length and a half to Crystalist. Lucky Sue tracks up nearer the fence, followed further back by the debutant Comic Hero. 2, Darty with the job in front of it. Cherry Bay led them down to the 350, a length and a half clear of BERBERE. Then Go Grommet. Crystalist is coming down the outside. Comic Hero, Lucky Sue going back to the inside and looking for the way out now, getting into the clear. 2, Darty. BERBERE had hit the front. 2, Darty and Comic Hero closing. It is set up for a big finish. BERBERE's in front. BERBERE just won from either on the outside Comic Hero or 2, Darty. There's not much in it. Great finish. Behind them close up as well, there is Go Grommet and Lucky Sue from Cherry Bay. Crystalist. Number 2, BERBERE, ridden by Paul Harvey, has won it from a photo result. 2, Darty, Comic Hero. 2, Darty might just cling on for second in front of Comic Hero, but the baldy-faced BERBERE, whatever the pronunciation may well be. But for Grant and Delana Williams, it makes it a winning return here this afternoon, ridden by Paul Harvey. Number 2 is first. Out to around $5 there with the SP. We wait for second and third. 2, Darty coming from last, having to slice and dice its way through. Sean O'Donnell coming down the extreme outside. The newcomer Comic Hero. Go Grommet battled away. Lucky Sue didn't flatter really. Crystalist peaked up late, so did the roughy Cherry Bay. The numbers here are 2, 6, 7, 1. So BERBERE from 2, Darty and a Comic Hero. Fourth one, Go Grommet, and a short neck and a short half head. Official margins, the time for the race is 59.73. Now 34.74 is the 600 sectional. 59.73, that's on heavy 8 ground, the rating, but 34.43 the split for the last 600. The winner is a gingerbread man gelding out of Habanera for M. Mrs. J. O'Connor, Ms. J. Flay, M. Hunt, D. Hodge, R. Huddy, Mrs. J. Harvey, Yarradale, I. O'Connor, H. Borgia, and J. Marantelli in the yard of Grant and Delana Williams. Paul Harvey really willing it to the line over 2, Darty, who's by Demerit from Relexia, Justine Urkel and Sean O'Donnell, and Comic Heroes of Dalgar, Wellington Rose, 3-year-old Willie Pike, the rider for Simon Miller. But he's a nice stamp of a 3-year-old, this fellow, real muscular and good bone type of a horse, coming back after this victory. Race number 2 is at 1:14, and there are no changes to come. Here's Britchie's in the yard after this first up victory.
Thanks, Darren. Well, I've got the connections down here and Grant Williams, and I've got the official pronunciation. Grant, give it to us.
BERBERE.
BERBERE, there we go. It's been a lot of different versions, but hey, you don't really mind what they're called when they're able to win 2 from 2 in their career. And today you bring him to the races, first up, no trial. Talk us through that decision.
Yeah, he's had a few soundness issues, Britt. We're getting on top of them. Don't know how many runs he'll have. We just thought we wouldn't waste a trial. Last time we just kept him going up the straight, but obviously now we've got to go around the corner. We're looking for a soft track, and everything just worked out perfect today.
A little bit of extra aggression from Pont in the finish, because I noticed they're the Harvey Racing colours on the horse.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Janelle's a part owner, so yeah, it's always good when you get the H on the Pont.
Tell us a little bit more about the horse. Despite his soundness issues, is there a fair bit of upside?
Yeah, definitely. He's got a motor. Todd actually done all the early work with him and was just having trouble standing him up on the track. So luckily enough for Lance and I, we got him at our place in the heavy sand, and it just trimmed him up a bit. He's a wonderful horse to do anything with. He's got a beautiful nature, and it helps. He's got a big motor as well.
How do you go about using your environment with a horse like this that clearly at Ascot was having some troubles? How does your environment differ for a horse like this?
Well, it's just a lot softer. Can get a lot of good work into him without sort of hitting a hard surface. And you always got to give Langy a plug. She's pretty good at getting these spot on.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
There is Grant Williams combined with Alana and Paul Harvey. BERBERE victorious here, and sounds like they've done a wonderful job with this horse because, as you heard from Grant, they've had some soundness issues with him along the way, but obviously the environment's suiting him perfectly.
Yeah, clearly, and the soft tracks throughout the winter you'd expect to only be beneficial. We're on a heavy 8, and first up, no trial. Usually you see the race fit type of horses get through the ground and win on these heavy tracks, but he's able to do it fresh and without the benefit of a trial. 2 from 2 now, and his first time around a bend. Of course, you go back to 23rd of December, he was a 400-metre trial winner down the straight there at Lark Hill, and then was a debut winner down the 1,000-metre straight at Pinjarra after that. So it was his first time around a bend in either a race or trial, but clearly didn't worry him. Paul Harvey was aboard in the trial, wasn't aboard in the debut win. Paul, first time around a bend in a race or a trial, clearly didn't mind it too much.
Yeah, no, he tracked up. He's been to Lark Hill and been around the turn there a few times, but he's probably the least experienced horse going into it today. So he's done a good job.
Yeah, looks like he's got a fair bit of upside and a bright future.
Yeah, I'm lacking fitness and he was off his legs in the last 50, so glad to get over the line.
How's the track out there? A heavy 8 about right?
I don't know whether it is a heavy 8. It seemed better underfoot than that.
All right, good to hear. Well done on the win.
Yeah, cheers.
There is Paul Harvey. He combines with Grant and Alana Williams, and it's BERBERE who takes out race number 1.